Today's show is sponsored by the ABV Barrel Shop. The ABV Barrel Shop is located in the St. Louis metro community of Arnold, Missouri. The ABV Barrel Shop is focused on one thing, single barrels. Best of all, you can try before you buy. Head over to abvbarrelshop.com to sign up for their email and text distribution so you know what they have in stock, what classes are coming up, and who from the industry may be coming in to visit. The ABV Barrel Shop. It's where single barrels live. We're also sponsored by the Bar to Go. The Bar to Go offers traveling minibars that are no bigger than a small purse or toiletry bag. Best of all, they are fully customizable so you can create the perfect piece that is unique for you. If you own your own business, what a fun and unique way to promote what you do. Check them out online at thebar2go.com. That is the number 2 in the Bar to Go. If you have wholesale questions, call my friend Isabel Clark at 504-481-1297. Finally, we are sponsored by the Neely Family Distillery. NFD is a family-owned business that keeps ringing up awards in the spirits world. Head to Sparta, Kentucky to experience the family history, award-winning spirits, and meet the Neely family. Check them out online at neelyfamilydistillery.com. Now, on to the show.
Let's drink!
Welcome to the Bourbon Daily, the podcast about everything bourbon delivered to you every day of the week. Today on the show, we talk about a gin barrel-aged bourbon released from Blue Run. My name is Justine Mays. Please join me in welcoming my co-host, Steve Akeley, along with our special guests, Darren McRoy, Miss Beka Sue, and Kathy Cool.
Hey, gang, what's up?
Hey-o.
Hey-o. Hey-o. So, yes, we were talking in between about Darren hi-hat me at Schnucks. Just walked on by. Yeah.
I did.
And there's nothing I could do.
You were the third person that tried to talk to me in a grocery store. I was trying to get in and get something and get out.
What ticked me off is I would have chased him down, but I was in, now you go to the grocery store, they have that queue that they make you go in, and you're locked in. You can't go in or out because you got people behind me. I got people in front of me. I was just locked there. And I was like, hi, Darren. And,
Nothing.
Yeah. I waved, and then I kept walking because I had a mission in mind. I was going to get some salami.
You didn't wave. You just stuck your hand up in the air. It wasn't a wave.
Like, it wasn't even a wave.
Back and forth.
It's like a wave. I'm like, hey, I acknowledge that you said my name. We're good. I'm going to get my salami now.
Yeah, interesting. So, yes, that was just that was shocking. I'll say that, but it is what it is. We've moved on, and Beka said there's something she wants to talk about on this show. What do you got, Beka?
Yes. So today, and we've talked a little bit about being prepared and scheduling and things like that. Today, I got a phone call at we close at 6:00.
Okay.
I got a phone call at 5:50 today.
Okay.
Today is a Friday night when we're recording this. I get a phone call from a lady, and she goes, "Hey, just wanted to confirm that we're good to show up tomorrow." I said, "Did you book online, or did you like?" And she's like, "No, I don't think we did." And I'm like, "Okay." And I'm thinking, people call ahead just to make sure they can, and that's fine. Like, call ahead, make sure you can come in.
It's a holiday weekend, you're right.
Yeah, holiday weekend. I'm like, I'm thinking, she's maybe have 10 people, like maybe that's why she's like, making sure, or maybe she's got like 15, which once again, like, we'll make it work. And I go, so did you book online? She goes, no, I talked to someone like 6 months ago about it. But we never booked though. And I was like, I go, oh, okay. Well, how many people was it for? She goes, 45.
The day before?
And I go, 45. And so you didn't book at all yet.
No, I didn't book. No,
and she goes,
no booking.
No, did I need a book?
I thought about it. I thought about coming. So
I thought about it 6 months ago.
Right.
And I said,
this person's named Don Wheat.
I said, let me call you right back. Let me go to the distillery and just make sure that you're not on the books, or that maybe you are on the books. And so I go down to the distillery. I grab Sean. I go, hey, is there anything happening tomorrow? He goes, what do you mean? I said, is there anyone booked for tomorrow? He goes, no. And I was like, come with me back here. We go and look, we got a big calendar where we put all of our big bookings on so that we know that we can be prepared.
45 and up, right?
Yeah, exactly. And so we go back there and there's nothing. And I'm like, son of a bitch, she's not booked anything. And so I call her back. I go, hey, so what time were you bringing 45 people to the distillery? She goes, oh, it was going to be before you guys are even open. And I go, okay, what time was that for? And she's like, oh, I think we had like chatted about like 10 o'clock. I'm like, okay, do you have like a hard out time? She's like, oh, probably 11:30. We need to be gone. I'm like, okay. And so just to confirm, you never booked anything. And she's like, no, I didn't really think we had to. And I go, okay, well, yeah, that's fine. We'll see you tomorrow. And I hang up and I look at Sean and I'm like, I'm sorry, dude. I said, I remember talking to her 6 months ago and I told her, yes, we can make those things work. You're going to have to like book it so we can like get it. Like we discussed her booking. Like when you have 45 people prior to opening,
Right.
Yeah.
we have to pre-plan that.
Yeah.
Thank God. Her only saving grace is thank God she did call tonight.
Right.
So that my guys can be prepared tomorrow morning, because that is when they show up to work is 10 o'clock. We don't open till 11, but they show up at 10. So they would have showed up to 45 people hanging out
in the parking
Pissed
lot.
off on the parking lot.
for this lady's dad's 60th birthday party.
Perfect. Yeah.
And now here's something that I have a question about. Our tours for either prior to opening or off time tours are $30 a person,
Right.
because
Fair.
that's what we do.
Should have collected half up today, is what I would
I
say.
probably should have, but I also
late
am
now,
like,
so.
I think that she is going to cause a massive stink if I try to charge them the $30 a person tomorrow. And so I told the guys we're just going to charge her the 20 instead, because I think
They
that she's
better
gonna be
buy a lot of booze.
We're their first stop of the day, which is almost better because that means that they're not going to be trashed. And usually the people who are too drunk they don't buy anything. Usually the beginning of the day means like they will usually buy stuff.
Okay. That's good.
But am I dumb to not charge them the extra money for that? Especially because it is putting us in a pickle. But just because of the fact that like when I was talking to her, I was like, this lady is going to be a nightmare. But also like we're already going to be there. I've got the people on staff to do, like, it's going to be okay. We're going to split up the tasting a little bit to make it easier since we're not open yet. So it won't be a huge deal.
I would print up an invoice for her and say, okay, we talked about this normally. And I would just say, normally we charge $30. You're going to see on the invoice here, I've deducted that off because we didn't talk about it yesterday or anything like that. But I would let her know up front. So you owe, it's still $20 a person. This is what it is. And we'll just get you right up there at that register, pay for that. I'd get her on that as soon as she walks in.
And then the other thing, so I go, okay, so 45 people.
And because now you got her. If you wait till the end, she'll be like,
I also just don't know that all 45 are going to go on the tour.
Then what
I'm
the hell
like-
are we there for?
I go, okay. She goes, so some of us will probably just like hang out on the front deck and just
there'll
like
be extra for them because
in the chairs.
we got to have people then monitoring them. And
Well, that's the other thing is like, because Sean goes, as she's saying this, Sean looks at me, he goes,
if they're all with him, it's fine. You know
he
what?
said, he's like, is there going to be someone else here at 10 o'clock tomorrow morning?
Right.
He said, are they, because he goes, because I can't just leave people up front. And I said,
That's
well,
legit.
yeah, I said, well, I'll be down here if John and Jessica can't be here on time. Like, if they can't be here at 10, then I'll come down. But yeah, like, we have to have someone up here because, like,
Yeah.
if they want cocktails or they want anything, we can't just fucking leave people up there.
That's not she's not doing a favor to you by having.
But is that an insane thing to do, though?
Yeah.
With 45 people.
The audacity and stupidity of people nowadays is fucking mind blowing.
And also, you planned enough to have a bus, and it's for your dad's 60th birthday. So obviously, like, this was a bit like, and she was planning this 6 months ago because that's when I talked to her. But then you just completely drop the ball, and like we're the kickoff to their day. We're the start of their entire birthday celebration is at our place.
I would like to know where they're going for the rest of the day.
Yeah.
I
They're
think-
just going to pop in everywhere.
Yeah.
There's no way that they could pull this off
At
Like,
any other distance. There's
You
no
are 1,000,000% accommodating. There is
Yeah.
no fucking way that they're going to do this anywhere else they go tomorrow if they have
No.
not.
I guarantee that if this is what she was doing tonight, calling to these places now also 10 minutes before we close.
Right.
Luckily, the distillery phone is a cell phone and I do carry it with me everywhere. But 10 minutes prior to us closing, the kickoff to your day is when you're calling?
Yeah.
Like, did she decide? Did she call everyone else right after that too? Is she calling up? Did she call Buffalo Trace to let them know they're bringing 45 people for a tour tomorrow?
Hello, Buffalo Trace. We got 45. Just confirming we're going to be there about 11:30, noonish, somewhere in there.
Some of us may do the tour. Some of us
Right.
may
Some of us may
not.
not. We'll kind of figure that out as we go.
Some of us may be trying things. Some of us may be buying bottles. We don't really care. Like
It's not
that's
like-
not what distillers want to hear. They want to hear 45 people. If they're going to make these accommodations, 45 people that are going on the tour and going to be tasting things and have to say no to their product, right? Like that is what distilleries want to hear. I have at times spontaneously gone to Kentucky on a random day off and not been able to get a single tour for one singular person. I don't know how you can expect to do it with more than a singular person.
45.
Yeah.
And just make
I
it
was
work.
going to say, it's
45.
not like pre-COVID times where like that amount of people could have never done that even back in the day.
Right.
But now, since
No.
COVID, you can't go with one person, two person, and expect to just walk into a fucking distillery and get a tour or a tasting. Like you have to plan that shit months in advance, which obviously she did if she called you 6
Sort of.
months ago.
It's from what it sounds like, all she did was call to see if it was something that was available to happen.
Right. I mean, clearly she's an idiot.
Well, let's give her the benefit of the doubt. Let's say the day after she talked to Beka 6 months ago, she was hit in the head and has been in a coma for 6 months.
That maybe is
She
true.
woke up today at 5:45, and the first thing she did was like, I gotta call Beka and make sure that we can get in on that tour.
That must be what happened.
Yeah.
And it's not even getting
would
in on
be
a
the
tour.
only
She's not
excuse.
even getting it on a tour. It's not even a planned tour for the day. And luckily, so we have tour groups that do pre-book at 9:30 in the morning.
Right.
Luckily, one of those is not happening tomorrow morning.
Right.
Because if there was, then I'd be like, no, like you can't. Like we already have a pre-booked tour for, 15 people that paid.
Yeah. Looks like you're hitting IHOP for the 10 to 11:30 time frame.
Yeah. I mean, I'm just wondering where else they're going. I'm going to tell Sean, like, hey, find out where else they're going. I really want to know where it is that they decided to pop in with 45 people.
And then please update the rest of us.
Yeah, I was
I
gonna say
would
that needs to
love
be brought
to-
back up.
I just think that is that's the craziest.
Yeah. Yeah. Hopefully it's the right group. If it's the right group, all things are forgiven. If they come
Yeah,
in,
if
they have
they
fun and spend a
spend-
bunch of money. Yeah. That's
Yeah,
all
they're-
good.
they're
Then
either
it's all
go-
good.
They're either going to spend a bunch of money or they're not going to spend a fucking dime.
Right.
Yep.
Yeah.
Is what's going to happen.
It's one of the two. What side of the coin
And
is
she
it?
said that I was being very, very nice to her, just by the way. At no point was I like letting her know that I fucking was pissed off at her. I'm like, oh, is your group, like I said, we'll be pre-choosing your taste tomorrow because you have such a large group. Are you guys more bourbon focused or are you guys all spirits focused? She's like, well, it's my dad's birthday. So like, and he's a bourbon guy. So just do all bourbons. And I'm like, so that sounds also like a bad idea. So we're not.
I would have some creams ready to go in that.
Yeah, so
tasting
we're not
environment.
just we pre-select them. So we picked out our wheated, our 36% experimental rye, Hidden Barn Slow Fade, Madeira, Saltern, and then we're doing absinthe, salted caramel, and bourbon ball.
You got to.
Yeah.
Darren and I
guess
had
what?
a.
It's not 45 dudes that she's fucking bringing with.
No.
And even that doesn't matter. I was going to say, Darren and I had a bachelor party the other week, and they come in. It was the one bourbon guy is like his bachelor party, and that's where he wanted to come, so they all come there. But it turns out most of them aren't bourbon fans, so we start breaking out the creams and all that kind of stuff, and then they're happy. They come in and they're like, "He made us go here. This is his place," and he's all excited because he thinks his friends are going to convert, and we're like, "They're not converting." So we just start breaking out all the other stuff. We had like Yellowstone cocktails and all. They loved all that shit. They didn't like any of the whiskey we were trying to make them drink.
And every time this guy came in, he was like, "Man, I wish they would have drank more whiskey. They were drinking all that other shit." And I'm like, "Yes,
That's
we
what they
understand
like.
why this
Right?
this
They're not.
That's what your friends like.
You can't
I'm
force people
sorry.
to like bourbon. Yeah.
It's your birthday. It's your bachelor party. Yeah, that's cool. But that does not mean that your friends are going to change what they like that day.
Yeah.
And that's why we're not going to do all bourbons, although that's what that fucking lady said. We're not doing that. We're doing 5 bourbons. We're going to do 3 other things so that the other people who don't like high proof bourbon can find some things that they actually fucking like.
Right.
I mean, it's just insane to me.
Even if you like high proof bourbon, you will like some of that other stuff. Neely creams are one of my favorite things.
I'll tell you this much. It's going to really piss me off when only 10 people go on the fucking tour.
Right.
Jeez. I hadn't thought of that outcome yet.
Yeah, because she's like, I don't really know how many people are going to do the tour. Ma'am, we're opening up early for you.
Yeah.
You still got a biller for
Yeah, I was just saying you bill
45 people at $20.
I was going to say, is it out of the question in the tours distillery arena to be like, I mean, I know you said that if it's like before like normal business hours, you charge 30, but if the group is over a certain size, like, you know, like when you go to a restaurant with like over a certain size,
Like
or like
6,
you book like
8 or 10.
like
6 or 8.
you know,
Yeah.
6 or 8, and they like tack on the tip to the bill. Or if you book their room and like their back room for a party, you have to have a tab of a certain dollar amount.
Right.
I probably should have done that, but I would have had to say it tonight at 5:53
When you were totally caught off guard.
Yeah, when I was unprepared to say, by the way, you are going to have to pay this much for this many people for us to be open early.
Right.
Especially if they don't fucking buy anything.
Can't you? I think, and again, I don't know. Maybe you got to play it all by ear, but if nothing else, charge them 10 or 15 for the non-tour people. I mean, they're still there. They still have to have staff there. You got to have people accommodating them. They're they're in the distillery. They're at a private time. I mean, I think you should be able to charge them.
I don't think you even do 10 or 15. I think you say, "Oh, you told us to plan for 45 people. That is what we planned for. That is what we're charging you for."
She's like, maybe only 30 will go on the tour. I'm not really sure. And I'm like,
no, I don't think that's acceptable at all.
like, what the fuck, man? Like,
I can
and then
understand.
it also sounds like she's just planning on having everyone pay for their own, which also to me,
That's a nightmare too.
I think is rude also to people that you invited on a party. Like, you should be paying for their tours, I think.
Right.
Like, it should be one large bill that you are paying because you invited people on a party bus.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Even if she has them like pay her back via Venmo, cash, whatever, like you should only have to deal with her for payment, not 45 different fucking
100%.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's crazy. It's just that's a crazy one. That one is like I said, I'm happy that she called tonight and didn't just show up tomorrow morning, which would be great. But I mean, I was completely I was already up here, like had my shoes off. I'm like sitting here making something to eat, and I'm like, I sometimes don't even answer when it gets like we're 10 minutes from close. I'm like, I'll answer, whatever. And I'm like, wonder what someone's calling for 10 minutes before we close. I answered because I was like, oh, they're probably asking if we're like open this weekend.
Right.
Good thing I fucking answered.
Yeah, for sure.
Because you know what? From how she sounded, they would have just showed up tomorrow morning and been like,
Yep, it wouldn't have mattered.
we definitely have it booked. And I'd be like, did you pay? No. Well, then it's not fucking booked.
Yeah.
Right.
Like, you don't book things without fucking paying at least a deposit
Yeah.
Yeah.
for 45 people.
Exactly.
A person. Like, you don't book a distillery tour without paying for it, even if it's for a singular person, let alone 45
Right.
before they're open. Like,
Yeah,
that's
the prior to, and we're happy that it's prior to us opening because like that does make it easier to deal with 45 people.
Right.
But yeah, it's just that's absolutely insane to me.
Yeah.
Poor Sean was sitting there because he's doing the tour and he's like, "Oh my god," and I'm like, "I'm sorry, man. Like, I don't know what to tell you."
That's a big group to get your hands around if all 45 go, but it is what it is. Get them through.
And and also here's the other thing. Luckily, because usually we've got Tom, Sean, and John on Saturdays. Tom is gone this weekend. And so we've dealt with just having 2 people down there on some Saturdays. And I saw that Tom was going to be gone. And so I said, you know, it's going to be Labor Day weekend. I better call in Jessica to see if she can work. Thank fucking God I did.
yeah.
Because if it was just 2 down there and we've already got 11 people booked out for our 11:30 tour, fucking nightmare. Absolute fucking nightmare.
Yeah. Yeah.
Jesus Christ. So just anyone listening, do not show up
Be
with
courteous.
5 people. When you pre-book, you have to pay to pre-book.
Exactly. Exactly. On that note, it's time to drink. What is everyone drinking? I'll go first because I know we're all going to be doing Blue Run. I've got Blue Run. This is the Trifecta blend. Trifecta blend. All right, here we go. Ooh. Ooh. Ooh.
Wow. Ooh.
Oh. All right. All right. Next up is Justine.
I have the Blue Run High Rye.
Okay. Okay.
Sounded very similar.
Yeah, she took the lead. She took the lead on me. All right. Next up is KK.
I cannot find my Blue Run, so I'm going to open up some seagrass.
Okay.
It's almost gone.
No, nothing there. Nothing there. All right. Beka looks ready.
I don't have the show notes, so I had no idea what we were going to be podcasting about, so I couldn't get my Blue Run out. But I do have some Trackside Distilling Company here. This was a gift from Jade Peterson from Kentucky Artisan. This is his
Nice.
brand.
Oh, that was good. That was good.
Okay.
A little slosh on the back end, but overall good. The door's open there with that slosh there, and it looks like you got a new bottle. So what do you got?
I was gonna say I don't have my Blue Run because I wanted to open a new bottle just to beat Beka. This is a Planters 9010 rye that I picked up at the distillery today.
Okay. No, not enough. Not enough. It was nice. Second place, Darren. Beka wins.
Cheers.
Second is the best.
All right, we'll take a quick break, and then when we come back, we're going to be talking about Blue Run Glimmer. We'll do that in just a few. Okay, let's talk about the people that make these shows happen. First up is the Stave and Thief Society. Via their in-person class at Moonshine University in Louisville, Kentucky, the Stave and Thief Society is the place where you, a bourbon enthusiast, can expand your knowledge and emerge an executive bourbon steward. In 2017, I completed my executive bourbon steward certification. It's the most comprehensive bourbon certification available and connects you with an expansive network of bourbon enthusiasts and professionals. Check out the full listing of in-person and online certifications and join the society today by enrolling at staveandthief.com. Speaking of Executive Bourbon Steward certification, the ABV Barrel Shop in St. Louis, Missouri has developed a unique partnership with the Stave and Thief Society to offer a preparatory class to assist you in getting your Executive Bourbon Steward certification. This prep class costs only $25 and is available to take live or online via Zoom. Graduates of our class receive a coupon code good for 15% off your Executive Bourbon Steward certification held in Louisville, Kentucky. This saves you almost $90. Additionally, you can collaborate with fellow attendees to split travel costs when you go to Louisville. If you're interested in signing up for the class, simply head over to abvbarrelshop.com and check out the classes and events page. Last but not least, we are sponsored by Neely Family Distillery. Royce Neely is the 11th generation distiller in one of America's oldest distilling families. A visit to Neely Family Distillery takes you through family history, where you can see all the artifacts and newspaper clippings through the years from this family that started distilling in America after James Neely arrived from Northern Ireland in 1740. Today, Royce Neely and his team are crafting some of the best spirits in America. Their bourbon and absinthe offerings keep winning top honors in the spirits competitions. Recently, their absinthe made history as the first platinum winner in the absinthe category at the San Francisco Spirits Competition. Neely Family Distillery is definitely a bucket list destination if you are a bourbon fan. Learn more about their spirit offerings, visiting their facility, and the awards they have collected over at NeelyFamilyDistillery.com. And now, back to the show.
Hi, I'm Stephanie McNew. You are listening to the Bourbon Daily. The real name of the palisade is an ampersand.
Welcome back. Today on the show, we are talking about Blue Run's gin barrel aged bourbon.
Yes, we are. So this is their first ever barrel-aged bourbon. They've done a rye in the past, or barrel-finished, I should say, not barrel-aged. All is barrel-aged, of course. So barrel-finished on the bourbon side, and this comes in at 103.2 proof. The name is Glimmer, and it is in a X barrel that was used to age gin. And I'm sure it was bourbon before that, but I don't know for sure. And the suggested retail price comes in at $149.99. What do you guys think of they're rare. I've had a barrel aged gin, or barrel finished gin. I don't know what's going on here. Before.
It's a barrel aged, barrel finished gin.
It's a bourbon. It's a bourbon that is finished in a gin barrel. Yes,
Gin barrel finished bourbon.
Yes. What do you guys think of this? Are you excited about this one?
So I think I'm going to be in the minority in this call.
Okay.
I think this is the most excited I've been for a Blue Run release since I found out about him. And I'm a big Blue Run fan. I have multiple bottles, especially love the ryes. I think that finishing in a gin barrel is so out there and not many people do it right. That it is interesting to me. And I have recently found that I do enjoy gins.
He's a gin guy.
Yeah, not as much as I am a whiskey guy, right?
Okay.
The number of bottles I own are still mostly whiskey and then rum. And then
We got worried for a second.
Gin is this growing category that I can't find enough that I'm like, ooh, that's a good gin. And I am always down to try different gins at distilleries. If they have a gin that is my first thing I want to try, even before I try the bourbon. So I think, and the flavors that it can add to a whiskey is something you don't usually see. I think that's what makes it a great finishing barrel, and that's what really has me excited about this one.
Okay. All right. I think it's well named. I like the name Glimmer for some reason it conveys that gin finish. I don't know why. I really don't. There's no connection there, but it's well named. I'll give them that. And I have had a gin finished bourbon before, and I've liked it. I'm not a huge gin fan, though. Really, I'm not a gin fan at all, actually. But it would add some nuance and different flavors. But as far as this one, $149.99, that's a bit much for me to jump off that cliff.
The bottle is pretty.
Okay.
It's kind of got like the rainbowy, I don't know.
Iridescent?
Yeah, iridescent rainbow bottle.
So that's a positive.
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty for the bottle.
I was never worried about Blue Run not having a pretty bottle. That's like the best. Like they are the best at having a pretty bottle, I think.
Okay.
The bottle that I have, that high rye bottle that I have has the iridescent butterfly. But
Right.
I mean, the whole bottle being iridescent is cool.
That's different.
It was finished in Bar Hill Tomcat gin barrels.
Okay.
I know nothing about gin.
Tomcat is a style of gin, by the way.
Yep.
So that's
Oh,
not
really?
like a brand. Yeah, it is. So yes.
And Bar Hill, I'm assuming, is the company.
Probably
Yep.
the company. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Beka, How about you? You obviously you have a personal connection to these guys. You know the owners of Blue Run, or at least the managing team. Obviously, they got bought out by Coors, but yeah. What are your thoughts about this one and what they got going on right now?
I think it's interesting. I wasn't really expecting that from them, if I'm being honest. I would love to try it.
Right.
I don't think I've had anyone else's
Stump's done
bourbon.
one. I don't know if you've had his. He did one a long time. It's a long
Who
time
did?
ago though. Adam Stumpf.
Oh yeah, I don't think I had that. I'm not sure I've had any that were finished in gin barrels, but I do. Obviously, we enjoy some like funkier finishes down here at Neely. We think that's cool. So I'd love to try it. That's for sure. And I do like that they're, dipping their toes in some different like weirder things. I appreciate that they're not doing a boring
Right.
finish,
Yeah.
because like everyone is like, I would have expected a sherry, a port finish,
Right.
a tawny port finish, a fucking, like
Even Madeira.
any-
There's so many.
yeah, Madeira, like any of the fucking like, yeah, okay, like, and I'm not saying that those are not good. Like
Exactly.
we have barrels that are finishing and all those type things, but they're just the normal ones that you see out there. You don't see a lot of gin finishes and like the tequila finishes and like all the different ones like that. The ones that are just a little bit weirder. I think that that's definitely fun. I'd love to know whose idea it was to do that.
Right.
I wonder if it was God, what's her name?
The lady who was with Wild Turkey you're talking about?
Yeah, they're
It's a blender. Yeah.
They're blender. I can't remember her name right now.
I can't remember. her name.
She's super nice.
Yeah.
But I'm wondering if it was her idea or whose idea it was to do the gin finish.
Yeah.
That seems out of left field for them. I agree.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Is it's like it's either someone new or someone just was like, oh, that sounds kind of fun. How many barrels was it that they used? Did it say? Because it's not a single barrel, I'd imagine, right? It's
Yeah.
Same barrel.
It didn't
400?
say how many barrels, but it said
Batched
for
blended.
Fewer than 90
Good job, Darren.
cases.
yeah, I was gonna say for
90
distribution
cases.
it was fewer than 90 cases.
Okay.
Wow.
Oh.
So it's
Which
not
kind of
much.
explains the
Yeah.
price point now.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. So they don't have a lot of it. Okay.
No.
And it's
I would
basically cast strength, I would guess too. At one, like you don't put the 0.2 in there if you're
what was the
putting
proof?
103.
103.2 or something like that. Yeah.
103.2.
Yeah, 103.2.
And then did it say how long they finished for?
No.
No.
They don't tell
That's
you.
always
said-
something.
It
That's-
said that the barrel held the gin between 7 and 12 months, but it didn't say how
The
long
finish on
the
this,
bourbon
yeah.
was finished.
That's something that I find definitely the most interesting part of finishing barrels.
Yes.
Is like there is some different points at which that like you need to leave it in or take it out of the
Yeah.
I think that the immediate finish, I think that you either need to do less than 2 months where it picks up like the fresher notes of what was in the barrel. But I think that from like, and this is just, what the fuck do I know? But I think that either you go really quickly, like a month, 2 months, maybe 3, but I think that usually from like 3 to like 6 months, it almost is, it's not right yet. It's almost like still, it's like getting less fresh, but it's not bourbony yet. I don't know if that makes sense to anybody, but after those 6 months, all of a sudden you start getting to a point where like it really starts, the bourbon really starts to marry with everything inside the barrel. And so I think you either do a short finish or extra long finish, because the extra long one, that's where you get like everything. You're like, oh, I'm getting the hints of it, but it's not just like hitting you in the face. Where like the middle part of it, at least for me, the stuff that I taste out of the distillery, when it's right in the middle, it's always just a little bit funkier, but not necessarily funky in a good way.
Yeah.
And so that's what I'd like to know, how long they finished it for. If it was a short one or a long time, I guess. Like when we're gonna finish our rye in some of our absinthe barrels, I do not want to go over 3 months.
Right.
Okay.
And if we do go over 3 months, then I want to go a year. I do not want to go 6 months. Like I want to either do 3 months or wait a
Okay.
super long time.
Okay.
And that's just from prior tasting of different things, but I just think it can get kind of weird, especially when you have those weird spirits inside of it prior as well.
Right. Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. KK, what do you think?
I think if somebody had it and wanted to share it, I'd love to try it.
Right.
I might even buy a pour if I saw it at a bar.
With 90
Just-
cases, you won't see it at a bar. They're
Right.
not targeting.
Now that I know there's only
bar
90
sales.
cases, I don't feel bad about saying I don't think I'd pick it up.
Yeah. That's like 2, maybe 3 barrels at most,
Yeah.
if they're lower fill. So, yeah.
I'm
Interesting.
down to try it, but I don't know that I would necessarily. I mean, I'm not a gin person, so
Right.
Me neither.
Right.
I mean, I'd try it, but I probably wouldn't buy it.
What if you liked it?
Well, if I liked it, then yeah.
Then she'd buy it. Then she's
Then
a
I'd
buyer.
buy
I would definitely want to try it before I buy it.
I buy it, yeah.
Right. Try
Because
before
it
you buy
could, like I said, it can be, I would imagine it's great because
Blue Run only does.
they always do a good job.
They're pretty adamant about their quality, so I'm sure it is good stuff. So yeah. So there you go. On that note, we'll wrap this one up as we always do by talking about where people can find us. Darren, we'll start with you. Where can people find you?
You can find me on Instagram at the Bourbon Adventures.
Why does he do that?
I don't know. It's like
creepy.
he's trying to sound like a radio host.
It's just
It's like an
gets,
ASMR.
That is exactly what I'm trying to do. Sound like a radio host.
it gets creepy. All
I
right.
thought that's what we were doing here. We're
KK.
playing radio.
We're literally on the radio, Darren. I don't know why they're complaining.
Yeah.
You can find me on Instagram at KKCastStrength.
Miss Beka Sue.
You can find me on Twitter and on Instagram at Miss Becca Sue, 1K, no C's.
Oh, God. I don't like this.
It is an ASMR voice.
That's correct, Justine. That's the voice I do when I'm on the Bourbon Show.
Oh, yeah, that's your Bourbon Show voice.
The sexy Bourbon Show.
Patreon membership went up. very high.
Late night Bourbon Show with Miss
Yeah.
Becca Sue.
Yeah. That ASMR stuff with that whispering, I don't like that. I finally don't like whispering. I like watching the Big Brother and they're whispering. I find it offensive. I'm the opposite of people who say they like whispering and shit like that. I don't like that.
This show, we do not whisper. We only
Don't
yell.
whisper.
But for whatever reason, I think that on the Bourbon Show, you guys only whisper. So it's
Yeah, we only whisper.
I had someone say the other day, they're like, "Oh, you guys should have my friend on there. They own a whiskey distillery, blah blah blah." And I was like, "Yeah, my show, we don't really interview people." I was like, "We're kind of like not,
We're not ready
that."
for
I
this,
said,
yeah.
we do have another show that's a little bit more serious, and they do interview people on it. I was like, but that's not my show.
Right.
Because we just yell and talk about not bourbon things.
Get drunk and yeah, exactly.
Yeah, like it's called the Bourbon Daily, but it is more of a talk show than it is a bourbon
more
show.
loosely.
Yeah, it's
It's more daily than bourbon.
yeah, it's a little sprinkling of bourbon in there.
Yeah.
Mostly drinking bourbon on the show.
Yeah. All right, Justine, how about you?
You can find me on Instagram at JA_Maze.
All right, for me, I'm an easy guy to find at Steve Akeley, Twitter, Instagram, or Facebook. I've got a website, steveakeley.com. We've also got a company website. That thing's abvnetwork.com. Check it out. Everything that we do is out there. Also, come by and see me, the ABV Barrel Shop, the place where you can try before you buy. We're online, abvbarrelshop.com. Anything else to say before we get out of here, Justine?
I would like to remind the audience to please give us a 5-star review. That includes comments. It helps new people find the show, which is very important to us. Also, if you like what we're doing, please visit our Patreon page at patreon.com/theABVNetwork.
Great job today, gang. Farnance, we'll have a brand new show for you tomorrow. Looking forward to that. Until then, take care, everybody. See ya.
Bye.
Hi, y'all.
Bye.
Bye.
Peace. Before we let you go, let's talk about one last thing. The ABV Barrel Shop in the St. Louis community of Arnold, Missouri. The ABV Barrel Shop is focused on a couple of things. First of all, single barrels. We are the place where single barrels live. We go to distilleries, taste through the whiskey, select the best barrel, and have it shipped to our store where we present it to you, our customers, by allowing you to try before you buy. We're also known for the classes that we have in our education center in the store, as well as the events we have with industry professionals from the bourbon business. If you are in the St. Louis area, please come by and visit us at 6 Fox Valley Center in Arnold, Missouri, or at a minimum, at least sign up for our email and text distribution so you know exactly what's going on in our shop over at abvbarrelshop.com. This is Steve Akeley, owner of the ABV Network, signing off. We thank you for listening to our programming and truly appreciate your support.
The Bourbon Daily is part of the ABV Network. For more information or to become a sponsor, please visit abvnetwork.com. Thanks for listening and cheers.
This has been a Steve Akeley production.